All right, this is a long overdue video that I wanted to do. These are some PlayStation 4 pickups that I wanted to do for a while, and just finally able to do the video. Start doing a lot of PlayStation 4 pickups. The games I'm playing currently, Starfield on Xbox. Um, Follow my Twitch channel, because that's where I stream on Xbox. It's the same name as this channel. It's just on Twitch. I probably will put it in the message section, a link to it. Um, but I've been streaming that whenever I get a chance. But let's go into the games. Oh, I also was playing a little bit of Armor Core. I got to get back on that, but Starfield sucked me in. I've been playing that. Um, so the first game, this game I had for a while. Um, Game I wanted to get. I had the original games of this, but I wanted to pick it up, and that game is all right. The Uncharted Nathan Drake collection by Naughty Dog. This collection has the Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. Discover the man, uncover the legend. Experience one of the most revered game series of all time as you follow the peerless, peerless, peer. Can't even speak. Perilous journey of Nathan Drake across the trilogy of thrilling adventures. So you get these all these three games. You just get the single player campaign. You don't get the multiplayer. That's the only drawback with it. But you do get the single player of these games. So let's look at it and check them out. So as you can see here, this is Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. You get all the games. You get the Uncharted Drake's Fortune, the Uncharted Among Thieves, and the Uncharted Drake's Deception. You get all these games. A lot of these games were on older systems, so pretty much you get a remaster of the games. They all are running at 30. I mean, saying 30. They are all running at 60 frames per second. You get all the games, like I said before, minus the multiplayer, which is a kind of a bad thing about it. All done over by Blue Point, so you get the one of the experts of doing remasters. As you can see here, is quicker, looks a little bit better playing the first one. As you can tell, you see the graphics are a little bit. You can tell it's that old style, but a little new coat of paint of the that PlayStation. Um, this is the first one, so you kind of get a example of that old Nathan Drake. Let's see if we can fast forward a little bit. Hopefully, it's probably gonna give me a commercial for doing this. Yeah. So I fast forward a little bit so you can see a little bit of the other game. Just a look of how it, Nathan Drake. You know what you get with that. It's Sony's take on almost like their Indiana Jones, which is Nathan Drake. Great game. I remember having this on the PS3. Um, I remember them selling a edition, the Slim edition that I had, the PS3, that came with the Nathan Drake. I didn't know about the games then. I think it was Nathan Drake. May have been Among Thieves, I'm thinking, part two of it. And that's what really opened me up to the Nathan Drake games. Great games, great story, um, very fun to play. Um, as you can see here, if you like what you're seeing, pick up the game. Great game to play. If you like what you've seen from the gameplay, pick up this collection. Great collection, done by Naughty Dog and remastered by Blue Point. Um, so pick that up. Think this will be a great collection to pick up, and will be worth a lot in the future, because you're getting all three games, or single player uh, edition of those games. Great collection. Get it for the cheap currently, for the cheap price. Pick it up. Nathan Drake's Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. All right. Next game. Next game is a almost like Souls type game, but you'll see what I'm talking about. That game is the Eldest Souls. Gorgeous Souls-like game that's all about infuriatingly, infuriatingly good boss battles. So let's look at the back of it. As you can see, fast-paced, brutal, challenging Eldest Souls is a unique action RPG with thrilling Souls-like combat. The old gods have unleashed a great desolation upon the world. Mankind's only hope lies with one lone warrior. So as you can see here, um, showing you. Let's get into the gameplay though. So as you can see here, you see as the world is being desolate and how the gods are so cruel and whatnot. So pretty much in this game, it's like a Souls type game. It's like FromSoft inspired, pretty much, and who basically make the Souls type games. It's inspired by them. Pretty much in this game, um, the world uh, pretty much needs a hero. The world once ruled by gods, pretty much, and these gods were cruel, I guess, to the humans until humanity imprisoned them in a citadel. So pretty much, humanity gets these guys, imprison them in this citadel, and in the citadel, this hero, as you can see right here, with the sword, um, pretty much is going to go to the citadel and kill these guys. So pretty much in this game, you're going through these non-stop battle against these guys. So that's kind of the premise of this game. You have this large sword, and you're going to kill every deity. So it's nonstop, like I said before, nonstop boss battles. You're slashing, you're dodging, you're pretty much dodging blows, you're slashing. It also has a skill tree that you can upgrade, and you can upgrade your character to a certain style. Um, they may have a certain uh, special move that they use that performs a ice move, or performs a you have better guard ability or movement, or a harder swing or something like that. um, so you can pretty much upgrade these moves, and you may, like in the future, once you beat that boss, the good thing about this game, you can recalibrate pretty much, far as you can get rid of what you upgraded and switch it up. So you can kind of use that every time you beat a boss. You can kind of recalibrate yourself and switch it up, because you may find a boss that what you've been upgrading doesn't work, and you may have to like recalibrate yourself and come at a boss with a different technique, pretty much. Like I said before, they have skill trees in this game that you could upgrade your character um, to fight these bosses and whatnot. Um, and in this game, they also have a new game plus once you beat it, and arena mode. And in this game, you have these 10 bosses. Let's kind of get into it, see if I can show a little bit of the bosses. So right here, you can kind of see you're going against a certain boss, um, and the boss has these certain moves. So you're pretty much dodging and attacking when the attack is available. And you have all these different type bosses with these different type moves, and this is just one of the bosses. It's almost like a deer beast type boss that you're fighting and whatnot. So you're pretty much dodging and attacking when it's available, and avoiding certain techniques that the boss do. And as you can see, you're dodging, moving around, and you're attacking the boss. So As you can see, it's a pretty much Souls type game. As you seen earlier, you're going around gathering resources, and also you get the certain amount of resources for beating the boss as well. And that's how you upgrade your character and go against the other bosses. Pretty cool game. If you like what you see, pick it up. If you like what you see, seen, Elder Souls is the game for you. I always pick up. Keep in mind as well with these newer releases of games. I like to get the PS4 edition, especially if it has that PS5 upgrade available. I think these games will be worth a lot in the future as well because of the older system. They're like the last of the games on that system, and it also has that upgrade to the new system. So keep that in mind. I'm That's what I'm keeping in mind. And now I've been copping a lot of games if it has that upgrade ability, or if it's not a big difference in um, of gameplay far as um, of PS4 to PS5. So keep that in mind with every system when it changes. Um, those final games on it usually are the most expensive because once they change, people are already moved on to the next system, and those games may not have a big print volume of them, and they become the games that's worth the most. So keep that in mind. Elder Souls, like I said before, great game if you're into these Souls type game. All right. Next game that I want to show off is um, I think it's a French exclusive. It's a pretty weird game, but I like it. It's like a wild type game. Let's just look at it. Or I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This is a game that's French exclusive game that came over in France. This is not coming out in America. Let's look at the back of it, just so you'll know. Red art, as you can see, French language. Um, so let's get into the gameplay so I can further explain the game. So all right, as you can see, you're this little boy. Um, you're this little boy that has this gift. So pretty much, you're a kid gifted at birth with the powers of a uh, na- uh, ancestral dragon. So you can go between the boy and the dragon, and you're able to go to this world where these beasts and animals exist. So pretty much you're gifted with this power, and you're sent to the world beyond the sky. So you're pretty much you're seeking to bring uh, relics relics of loot, and um, you're just gifted with this power as you can see right here, and you're trying to bring lost civilizations back to life as you turn into this dragon. As you can see here, it has certain things you have to hit and go through and open up, and you're trying to bring this lost civilization back because you're gifted with this power. And as a kid, you always had these dreams of certain things, and once you get a little bit older, the power starts to show itself, and you're brought to this world. It reminds me of a almost similar to like Shadow of Colossus type game. If you're into that type game, I think you would pick it up. It's a unique game with a different thing to it. Pretty much. Even though it's a French exclusive, it has English language, so you can play this game. It's a weird game that they didn't bring over here. I think will be worth a lot in the future, and it's a pretty cool game. I like those Shadow Colossus style games, um, and they're pretty cool. So as I said before, you're unlocking this world, this relic world, and You're using your dragon gifted powers to do so, as you can see here, as he turns into the dragon, and pretty much is unlocking this thing on this pretty much beast that's in the world with you as well. As you can see, going back and forth. What's the girl? I'm sorry, mom, dad. Like pretty much, you leave your mom and your dad by going through this. I guess this light wall, and you're pretty much going from place to place to unlock this world because you have these powers that's passed down to you. If you like what you see, pick up this game. It's a pretty cool game. I like what I saw from it and wanted to pick it up. So as I said before, this is the game, OURE. It's hard to find gameplay on it because of the. That's why I said I think it's very going to be a very rare game in the future, being that it did not come over here in the U.S. and it was a French exclusive game that they had. So glad I was able to see the game and was able to pick it up. So if you like what you've seen from the gameplay, pick this game up. It's a pretty cool game. All right. Next game. Next game is a game I've been eyeballing for a while, and I didn't know they had a collection of it. So I've been kind of getting collections on the PS4. I think they will come in greatly, especially how I think games are going to get in the future. I think they're going to be delisting a lot of games. So get your hands on these games. I think it's going to be kind of like how Hollywood, how everybody's fighting for certain things, and it's going to come to the gaming world as well. That same mentality of wanting to get paid for what they create, and a lot of companies delisting their games, so you have to come through them or come through a company, or that's why I push physical so much. So let me get back in the game. The game is Phoenix Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright's trilogy. It's a game I had my eye on for a while. I always wondered about it, wanted to check it out. So let's look at the back of it. So this is Ace Attorney. Stories of Attorney Phoenix Wright is gathered here. So pretty much you get all three games. And it's a pretty cool visual novel style game. Also contains complete English version. Collect evidence for crime scenes and contradicted testimonies in court. So let's get into the gameplay of this game. So pretty much these games are visual novel, courtroom drama type games. So pretty much in these games, you're it's kind of like you're doing crime scene investigation, uh, courtroom cross examination as well. Um, Pretty much these games came out on the DS and whatnot, and now you're able to get the collection of games. Um, but a lot of cross examination, crime scene investigation, a lot of objections and whatnot. So pretty much in these games, as these are three court case games, visual novel games that you'll play, there's a crime that's been committed. So you go to the crime scene, get much evidence, gets much theories and whatnot. So when you go to court, you'll be able to use these items and use what you saw to present your case of guilty, and cross-examining witnesses and people that were there to see if they're telling the truth, proven wrong, find holes into their story by objection and whatnot. And you're playing Ace Wright. So it's a pretty cool game. I seen the game a little bit, and I always wanted to check it out. So let's kind of fast forward a little bit so you can kind of get a thing of it. So pretty much, as you can see, you have these people that you have a little bit of information about, and you're that's the judge. So you're pretty much there go Phoenix, right? The guy, the main character of the game that you will be, that will be the lawyer, the main lawyer. So pretty much in this game, it's like I said before, it's visual novel, court case style game that really interested me and I wanted to pick up. And I know you can't beat it. Like, you getting all three games, you getting over 60 hours of gameplay. They even redone the game up far as high definition, sharper images, kind of sharpen it up a little bit. Some people like the old look of it that was on the DS and whatnot. But I think this is a great collection to have. I'm glad I was able to pick it up for a not too bad of a price. I think it's dramatically gonna go up in the future. So if you're seeing this, pick this game up. Pretty cool game, especially if you're into visual novels. If you're just in the court too, I like court types things. I like the lawyer type things as well. I'm always interested in stuff like that. So I'm glad I was able to pick this up for my collection. Um, if you like what you're seeing, pick this up. Check it out. It's a great game. So like I said before, if you like what you saw in the video, pick up this collection. I think it's a great collection to have. As you can see here, the game is refined, HD versions. Pretty much you're getting all three games, all three cases that are done up and great to have in the collection, as you can see. Pretty cool game, a great collection to pick up. Always seen these games, but I always seen them just one game at a time. And I found out they had a collection for them, and I was like, yo, let me pick that up ASAP for the price dramatically increases. I know this game in the future is going to be at a very high price, Capcom style game. So pick this up if you're interested in the Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright trilogy. Great game to pick up. All right. Next game. Next game is a game I had picked up, I think, at GameStop. I had the older games, and this is the new one from the series. Let me just go right into it. Um, this game is Oddworld Soulstorm Day 1 Edition. As I said before, you see it has the PS5 upgrade. Um, this is the Day 1 Edition. Let's look at the back of it. Play bigger, play better, play bolder. So pretty much Oddworld Soulstorm is a dark parable tale, the tale of volatile society. Push the limits and the features of intelligent new mechanism and twisted new devices which enable high explosive deviousness. Oddworld Storms, yeah. So Day 1 Edition includes uh, the metal case. Um, Pretty much this one has the steelbook edition of the game. Let's kind of briefly, well, I'll go into it later on. Let's get into the gameplay. So as you can see here, if you know Oddworld games, you know how they play. You play as Abe. Pretty much you're in this dystopian society where uh, it's like you're under rule of thumb. Everybody's almost slaves, and Abe, the main character of the game, he wants to deliver his people from the brutalness of society. So pretty much in this game, you're like almost like a escort of the people. You're escorting them out of certain situations. So it's like a large escort quest, pretty much. Pretty much, this game is a remake of the older Abe game. It's a remake of Odd World Exodus that was on the PS1. So this is a remake of that game. Pretty much you use your cleverness as Abe, and you sneak past guards or keep enemies busy so you can help your friends escape. So pretty much you're going through the game. You might find your fellow friend that look like these creatures right here. And so pretty much let's kind of fast forward a little bit so you can kind of, so in the game, as you can see here, you seeing a maneuver. This is kind of like you're maneuvering through the game, doing certain things. You might hit switches, moving around. You can fly through the game by yourself, but you want to save as many of your friends and people as possible in this game. Um, like I said before, you're trying to pass guards. You're trying to upgrade your abilities. Um, you're trying to get as many followers as you can to follow you. A lot of times they act so stupid and dumb and clumsy and slow. You have to slowly get them to follow you and whatnot. As you can see here, you're pretty smart and you're able to move and get away quick. But the other individuals is not as smart as you, pretty much. So in this game, just get a little bit of badness out the way. It has somewhat bugs in it, so keep that in mind as well. A little bit of bugs in the game. You gotta take into account that this is an old PS1 game. So pretty much in this game, it's a capitalistic society that's that pretty much is looking for a savior, and Abe is that savior. So you know, sometimes you're gonna be by yourself, as you can see here. Um, taking care of certain things, trying to maneuver and use things as your use certain things that to your for your purpose and whatnot. Sometimes you don't want to directly fight enemies or try to fast forward. Like I said before, you're trying to fast forward and maneuver through certain things to get away from the enemies. So this is kind of just a look of how the game looks and whatnot. You may die a lot in this game because of what entails of the actual game. So pretty much, if you like what you see in here, um, pick up this game. So it's pretty cool. Weird game that's been on the PlayStation forever, and it's always a new one. So this is an older game that they always seem to bring back. So like I said before, if you like what you've seen in the video, pick up this game. I'll show off the steelbook. It's nothing too crazy about the steelbook. So it's like a hand. So it's lifted. This actual at this hand, you could feel it a little bit. Let's kind of open it up so you can kind of see. So pretty much this is the game. As you can see inside, nothing too crazy about it. Just a steel book that it comes with, of the Oddworld Soulstorm. So that's the slip cover for it. So pretty much, as I said before, that's the game. Pretty cool game if you're into the Oddworld style of games. So that's that. Last game, I'll show this last game before. I just want to show it off again. I just happened to grab it, so I'll just show it off again. That game is Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 collection. Glad I was able to pick this up. This was a hard game to get. The price is already ridiculous now. They had released it when everybody was asleep, and because I work at nights, I was able to pick it up, and I was kind of pissed off because I wanted the special edition of it, but it was ridiculous, the pricing and whatnot. But I should have just grabbed it. I could have got it, the PS. I don't know. It might have been sold out. But anyways, I'm glad I was able to get the PS4 edition. I thought I was messed up and didn't get because the Switch version was sold out, but the PS4 was still available, and I was able to grab that one. But lucky me, this is one of the sought after versions of that game, the PS4 editions, because they didn't make that many of this edition, especially the ESRB edition of this game, like the American edition of this game for the PS4, which is very rare. It's already a pricey collection because you're getting all those games. And you had to get it off the Square Enix site, and they were taxing like crazy for shipping, plus the game as well. So I was glad I was able to pick it up. As you can see, you're getting all the games, all the Final Fantasy games, which is crazy. In the future, this definitely going to be worth a crazy amount of money for this collection. Um, you know, it's rare to have all these games in one format. So I'm glad I was able to get this. I love RPG games. Glad I was get this collection. So I pretty much trying to get all the Final Fantasy games. I think I might got all of them. I don't know. I gotta check my. Maybe not. I got a good amount of them. The ones that count. I'll put it like that. So if you ever see this, pick this up. Crazy amount now and crazy amount in the future. As I said before, they had a collector's edition of these. They are ridiculous pricing. Check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just the collector's editions of these is like well over like $1,000 or something like that, which is crazy. Some even more than that, especially the PS4 version, because this was so rare to get this edition of these games. And I thought I wasn't getting the right one, but I'm glad I work at night, so I was able to see it. And because when people woke up, this junk was already sold out, so a lot of people was pissed off about that. But you can get other versions of the game. You can get them off. You can't get the P. I don't think you probably can find it, but for a crazy price of the PS4 edition of this game. But a lot of people have the Switch version. You get like the Japanese edition or something like that, or Chinese edition of it, off of PlayAsia. But the American edition of the PS4 is hard to get, so I'm glad I was able to get this. Add this to the collection. I'll show gameplay. Why not? All right, this is just some gameplay of those games. This collection, as I said before, sought after collection. Everybody wanted these editions in one package. As you can see here, it's a lot of good quality of life things that they did. You don't have to grind as much as the original games. You can if you want to, but they kind of helped out a little bit with that. Kind of made the grind better. Kind of made it. You get more experience. It makes the game a little bit easier nowadays for new players and whatnot, and for old players as well. So you got so many different games all in one package, as you can see here. So pretty much opinions, let's switch between. So great uh, quality of life things that they added to the game. um, you can do so much more uh, compared to the older versions of this game. It's just helped it out so much, especially for the newer players who are who doesn't like the crazy grind, who don't like the monsters constantly attacking you like in the older versions of this game. So um, great, addition to add to your collection. But as you see here, I know this video was longer than I wanted it to be. It is what it is. So Final Fantasy collection added uh, to your list of games. So pretty much that's gonna be it for this. I got so many PS4 I gotta show off, so I wanted to kind of do this video. I know I've been holding off for a while, so wanted to show something on YouTube. I've been, like I said before, I've been streaming on Xbox, and that's on my Twitch account. They won't let me. I used to be able to stream, but Xbox is weird like that. So Final Fantasy, like I said before, Final Fantasy collection. You got your Odd World Soulstorm, Ace Attorney, Oru. I don't know how to pronounce that. You got the Elder Souls, and you also have your Nathan Drake's Uncharted collection. So that's gonna be it for this video. See you guys next time.